Hello, my name is Denise White. I'm a licensed professional clinical counselor and I'm also a coach. And I'm here to talk with you a little bit today about how do we reprogram our minds who have such a tendency to take a negative bent, right? To get what we want in business, to get truly wealthy in business. Okay? All right, let's dive in. So, I've been studying habits for quite some time of wealthy people, of millionaires, of billionaires, and it is mind blowing that the number one reason that people are so hesitant to become wealthy, to go for wealthy, to become millionaires is because they don't feel like they are worth it. Can you believe that? The number one reason is they don't feel worthy. All right. So it goes to explain why mindset is imperative in this business because unless you correct that, you cannot achieve your goals. Okay. So the first thing to do is make a list as you're processing this and setting out your intentions. Make a list of all the reasons that you truly are worthy of a very tremendous, exciting, abundant life. What makes you worthy? What is it about you that makes you special in this world and able to see your value? All right. Unless you can pick that up and work on that and create habits around that, you will have great difficulty showing clients how to do the same. And I'm guessing in any niche, it's imperative that they know how to do that piece. Okay. And then the more tangible reasons that you can come up with on that list, the more you'll be able to envision where you're going. So, periodically, I encourage you to do this list so that you keep your focus and you stay on task. Okay. And then you need to list who you'd love to impact. What kind of causes could you donate to? Who would you really be able to help? If money was a non issue, where could you pour your heart? All right. Because when you realize that there's just plenty of money to go around for everybody, okay, and there's no reason if, Joe and Linda have achieved wealth that you can't, right? So what is it that separates that? It's the inability and unwillingness to do the work that needs to be done on your mind. Okay? Thus the list. So listing all the ways that you're worthy and all the causes and people that you could help if money were a non-issue. Okay? And then choose a talent or a gift or an accomplishment or achievement that you could possibly monetize. When I first came into coaching, I had a couple of years back lost 100 pounds after a pretty severe spine injury. And so I was able to focus on working with other women like me who had a lot of weight to lose, but really had limited mobility. And so I dove into that. I monetized that, and I had a very successful coaching career within about 6 weeks. Apparently, the need was really high for that particular niche. Okay. Um, but I also have a list of other things in my life that I could have, paths that I could have gone down. Like I've dealt with divorce, I've dealt with blended family issues, I've dealt with addiction in my family. I've dealt with having a child who struggles academically, and I've dealt with dealing with a child who's gifted academically. So if you dig, there are lots of different resources and lots of information that you have within you that you likely haven't even known that it even mattered, that somebody else needs you to work through this so that you can help them solve the very same issue. Okay? So don't ever doubt that you were born with talent or that you were born with, creativity. Know that you were, but use those areas in your life to learn from, to grow, and to put into place to create a career for yourself. All right. One big mistake is trying to envision a wealthy future. Why is that? Well, the way our mind works, it sounds so crazy, but we have to be ahead of our mind. Our mind, again, will always want to bend towards self doubt, towards negativity, towards fear. So we have to do all that we can, and I mean every single day, to challenge those faulty beliefs that are just trying to protect us, but in reality keep us stuck. So the mind, again, only working in the present, you have to use in your self-talk or even with other people vocabulary that taps right into the now. You know, I am going to take this action today. I am going to, I am worthy right now, right? Prior to ever reaching your goal, right now. Start talking that way so that your brain, okay, so that your mind knows that you mean business and it needs to give you the resources available right in here to achieve your goals. So there are key characteristics, as I've done a lot of research of wealth and just what all of this means in the world of wealth and millionaires and investments and all of these things. And I have found key distinctions that very wealthy people separate themselves from the rest by doing, and that's they have a clear vision of where they're going. They have a belief in themselves that maybe they weren't born with, but they have worked to establish it so that it's solid. They have a strong work ethic. They take action on days they don't feel like taking action. They, let's see, what else? They are resilient, especially when it comes to rejection. And in business, there is a ton of rejection. So you've got to know who you are enough to know that that is not personal. You're not taking that personally, just isn't the right time or the right person. All right. Then go ahead and research other people and how they've achieved their wealth. You know, some really good reading is Richard Branson. I'm sure you've probably heard of him, or Felix Danis. Both of those people are excellent resources to study. How do they do it? Like, how did they get wealthy, right? And once you identify these daily habits, then you'll start to see how you can fit different pieces into your life if you are intentional every single day. Okay. You know, for me, it took daily work at this. It took doing live videos 40 days in a row before I felt worthy enough to even be talking to any of you. It really was hard for me, and I know it's hard for many of you. So it just requires daily action, daily intention, doing it when you don't feel like it, doing it when you feel nervous. Okay. It's all part of it. All right. But it is the people who are willing to get uncomfortable, basically, that achieve the most. If you stay nestled in your little comfort zone, you probably won't go very far. So, money isn't a bad word. All right. There should be no shame attached to money, but there are so many different messages about money coming with us through the years, from generational messages. I remember, I came from a family who I was the first person to go to college in my family. And so my one side of the family was like super supportive and awesome, but my other side of the family felt very threatened by my education. And there was just this whole mindset around the way we said it in the South was don't get above your raising. And it really was don't get above your raising. I remember when I got my master's degree, I didn't invite anybody to graduation because, other than a few key players on the supportive side of my family, but on the other side, I didn't invite them. You know why I didn't invite them? I am embarrassed to say I didn't invite them because I felt bad that I had achieved it, because I felt like me having achieved that made them feel bad about themselves. How crazy is that? Now, at 55 years old, I see it. At 30, I didn't. So I would work to accommodate them. It's breaking free from all that crap. It's breaking free from the junk, right? And making a decision that this is where I want to go. This is what it takes to get there. And I'm going to surround myself with people who think the same way, because it's in doing that I'm going to get there quicker, right? You hang around people who are dragging you down, who are negative, who don't believe in you, you'll flounder. You've got to surround yourself with people who are on the same mission and are on the same and have very similar goals. All right. This is known in wealth communities and in business communities. All right. So hopefully that gives you kind of a little bit of a foundation on how to start recognizing that your subconscious brain needs you to guide it. It needs you to guide it. And the way that you guide it is by reshaping what you think. All right. Making a list to contradict the messages your brain wants to give you. Okay. Being resilient through rejection, all part of it. Okay. And then taking action. And I mean every single day. It doesn't have to be a great big deal, but little bits of action every single day towards your goals is what separates those who succeed. And I mean succeed big from those who don't. Okay. That's it for today. Hope you have a great day. I'll be back soon.